codes, click on Time, Settings, and the Task Codes tab. Now you might see this as activity codes instead, depending on what type of account you have. Now if you have a TimeSolve legal account, all these codes will already be existing in your account, so you can go ahead and just edit an existing task code by clicking on the task code. And you can see here all the different fields that you can edit. So we have the task code field, and then we have the description field. Now this is what shows when entering the task activity code in the time entry page. So for example, you may have a code as this shows B130 and you try to type it in the codes field under the time entry page, but nothing will come up in the auto population field unless the code number is included in this description field. So always make sure when creating a new task code that this number here is included in this description here, so that you can easily pull it when trying to create a time entry against this specific task code. Next we have the narrative. The narrative supersedes the description when the task activity code is selected. The narrative is the default message that pre-fills into the time entry description. This is a useful field if you want more than just the description of the activity code to show up. And then we have the rate. You can set task code specific rates that can be by the hour or by the task. For example, users may charge by the hour for fact gathering or charge a flat fee each time a budget is prepared for the client. If a task code rate is not included, the timekeeper rate is applied. And here you can see we have the rate type by hour or by task as we just discussed. And then we have the billable type. So billable means that the amount will be included in the invoice. Non-billable means that the amount will not be included or appear on the invoice. No charge means that the amount will show on an invoice, but with a $0 amount it would appear as no charge written next to the time entry. And then we have the summarize checkbox. So this means that a single time entry will appear on the invoice when a time entry is created with the same timekeeper, task code, subtask code, matter, date, and planned task to do. And then we have the taxable field, so you can choose to specify whether or not this task code will be taxable. And from here you can toggle the active-inactive status of this task code. Now you can go ahead and delete a task code by clicking on the delete button, or you can edit a rate. Now from here you can specify a matter task code specific rate, and here when you double click you will only see those matters that have a specific setting under the matter setting. So I'm just going to show you that quickly. We have the matter opened up, so this is the client, this is the matter, and under the general tab we have the rate by set as task then timekeeper default. So whenever you have any task then X rate set up here, you can go ahead and back into the task codes tab and see the edit rates link, and you will have the matter appear here in the list. So let's just go ahead and, for example, for this matter for foreclosure of Betty's Bakery, we're gonna assign this timekeeper. So whenever this timekeeper with this default rate of 260 is creating time entry for Betty's Bakery and has this specific task code that we've opened up to edit rates for in the time entry field, we can specify a rate for that scenario. So let's just do this, for example, create new, and here we have it listed, and we can edit it from here or pull that all the details back up, and we can delete it from here.